Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Just before the race, I was just sat there thinking, actually, we have literally got the strongest team. So thinking, flipping heck, this is pressure.
When I first did mine 10 years ago, it was kind of a bit of fun. Now it's Olympic medal, and an Olympic medal is Olympic medal.
I'm not just sitting at home looking at my medals every single day like, oh, these are so good. I don't really know how I'm supposed to feel.
Every now and then I have my medals on my mantelpiece and I take a look at them and I'm like, geez, that's pretty cool.
Bronze in London, silver in Rio, gold in Tokyo, hopefully more to come in Paris. Olympics, not quite completed it yet, mate.
Welcome to a special edition of the podcast, produced on behalf of British Triathlon, where we literally have 4 Olympic champions with us.
Hi, I'm Jess Learmonth.
I'm Jonny Brownlee.
I'm Taylor-Brown.
Hi, I'm Alex Yee.
I'm a British triathlete.
Mixed team relay gold medalist.
From the Tokyo
2020 or 2021 Olympic Games.
Coming up, in their own words, the Fab Four from British Triathlon will talk us through their history-making moment in Tokyo. We ask who could be back for Paris in 2024, and with the Leeds World Triathlon Championship Series and the Birmingham Commonwealths to come this summer, why the mixed team relay means so much to so many people.
A lot of people spoke to you about it than I ever imagined, like just random people that probably didn't watch triathlon just seemed to love it, didn't they? And I think I was quite shocked at how much coverage it got.
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant event. It's short, it's fast, it's male and female competing on the same stage in a team. So for me, it's what sport's all about.
I just really enjoy the relay, and it's constantly changing and so many different things can happen, and it's just quite exciting to watch.
I received more excited messages after the mixed relay about the format and the fact it was male and female, and people were just super excited to watch it.
July 31st, 2021, the delayed 2020 Tokyo Olympics, and British triathletes won gold in the first ever mixed relay. It was a decisive victory for Great Britain, with the USA second and France third, in a time of 1 hour 23 minutes and 41 seconds. This is their story.
Oh, God, I can't remember. Gee, we were in separate rooms, were we?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember that morning being crazy early. I think you wake up at 2:45 or something silly like that. Yeah, I remember it being extremely early. It almost felt like when you wake up for a flight.
Yeah, so we got up early and we actually went, didn't we, and had breakfast together as, was Jonny there and Alex there?
Yeah, I think we were all there.
It's nice to go back and relive some of those memories, to be honest, yeah. But it was an early start. We were too early to have breakfast in the hotel. So went to a coach's room where they had a little camping stove where I had some porridge. I was feeling a bit nervous about the mixed team relay, but I was more excited than anything else. I think for me it was an opportunity, and I really realised that. And at this point in time, I thought it was going to be my final Olympic race. I thought that would be it. So I was nervous, but at the same time I was excited.
Did you get up and do a turbo in the room?
Probably the athlete that I am. Yeah. The pressure's down to me, isn't it, with the timings? Because I'm first leg, I have to organise when we all go down. Because obviously if I want to go down at a certain time, the whole team's got to come. We were probably one of the first teams down there, weren't we? Psyching everyone out.
Yeah.
So for me, being last leg, my race actually starts 1 hour 15 after Jess's. So I was in the warm-up area trying to keep cool. I think that day it was really hot and we had to make sure we were staying in the right core temperature and stuff like that. So for us, we were trying to stay as engaged as we could in the race, but also focus on what we were doing. So we were ready to go when it was our time.
My role in the team was leg 2. And firstly, I was going through my warm-up process at the same time as watching Jess. You know, you're trying to warm up, you're trying to do the best warm-up you can, because for us being endurance athletes, getting ready for a 20-minute race is hard. You know, we're not normally used to that. So I want it to be warmed up, ready to go. So I'm trying to go through my warm-up at the same time as watching Jess and probably not doing my warm-up as well as I should have been. You know, asking coaches what's going on, is she ahead? But to be honest with you, Jess started perfectly.
As soon as I got out of the water first, I'll have been gunning it for the transition. And I think we must have had a bit of a gap, because it kind of helps you, if you get a bit of a gap out of the swim, it kind of helps you relax in transition, because obviously if you're at the front, it's kind of, you feel like you've got more time to play with. So luckily I had a bit of a gap, and then I could get my helmet on pretty quick and swiftly. And once I'm on the bike, then it's just pressure to try and split the field up, I guess, because although it's not like hilly or anything, or, you know, it was quite a short circuit, there's a few corners, and once you get the gaps, it's very difficult to close it.
For me, I was watching it on a little iPhone whilst I was warming up. You could see them fly past every now and then, but that doesn't give you kind of a good enough idea of what's going on. So it's bizarre that all the stuff's happening outside, but you're actually inside, kind of focusing on the race through a little iPhone, like probably people are doing all over the world. The way the race was unfolding, it gave me a great deal of excitement and anticipation, but also, a great deal of nerves, and I really wanted to do the team justice.
Basically, just don't look back. You're literally dying, and all you're doing is looking for that hand, and you smack it, and then you couldn't care less for that moment in time, because you just collapsed on the floor. And it's not till you come round. I was able to chat to G then, because obviously she was going off quite a bit later.
I can picture Jess running down the kind of finishing straight to the handover, and I just thought, right, this is it, your last Olympic experience, make sure you give it everything and be calm. Got in the water, thought, right, the swim, no one's going to drop me on the swim, but it feels fast enough. And I got on the bike, and I was like, right, here's my time to really push this race on. And then got onto the run, and as a 2-lap run, my transition was absolutely perfect. I probably had one of the best runs of my career. And I didn't want that race to end, because I was feeling so good, to be honest with you, and I was building the lead.
For me, I think I was in like the holding pen sort of area, and I knew that Jonny had the gap, so I was really relaxed then, because I thought, well, this is good because we've got a bit of a gap, and so I don't have to panic with things like Jess said, like transitions. If you've got that little extra time, you can just take more time thinking about those small things that can actually make quite a big difference, because if you're struggling for time and you're all rushed and panicking around, you get everything wrong in transition, and then the race can be over. So I was like, okay, I'll just run nice and steady into the water, because there was quite a ramp down and a lot of people were slipping on that. So I knew that I needed to be careful into that run in. I was really relaxed, but then Jonny touched my hand and really, really aggressively was like, go, 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 go.
I'm not normally a kind of fist pumping, shouting kind of person. But I just remember running down the finishing straight, giving it everything. And then I don't know why, but I thought Georgia would benefit from a bit of encouragement. I don't know if that's the adrenaline or the whole experience, but I basically was sprinting down the finish with when I got within 2 seconds of Georgia, I just shouted, "Come on, Georgia, give it everything."
I was like, oh my God, he's expecting so much of me now. So then I thought, oh God, Jonny really wants this. So that I was very, very focused then. But I still was very lucky in that I had time. But once I dived into the water, I just went for it from the start, because I thought if I can really, really go for it for the first 100 metres, I might die, but hopefully I've got a little bit of a gap extended there. But then on the bike, Taylor Nib brought me back in a bit, which I assumed that was going to happen anyway. I was definitely very conscious of getting a puncture again. I think I was just a little bit traumatized, and also the fact that then it's for the team. So if I get a puncture, Alex probably wouldn't even start his leg. But yeah, I tried to go as hard as I could for the first lap, and I think I kind of did that and then blew up a little bit. But it worked out in the end, I guess.
As Georgia was coming in, she was just trying to focus on getting everything out of herself. I don't think we had too much dialogue between each other. I think it's such a split-second moment that I was just trying to focus on what I was going to do. And for us, that changeover was short but sweet, as hopefully it's meant to be.
I talked to Alex a little bit because I kind of took the role of a senior member of the team. I know from experience how hard it is taking over in his position, because when you take over in first place, if you win, everyone says, well done. You took over in first place, so you should have won. But you are there to get shot at. You're there to, people want to beat you, want to catch you up. You can still make lots of mistakes. So Alex, I knew that he would feel the pressure.
I was out 20 seconds ahead, so I had to have a bit of management of my effort. I think I could have easily got out straight away and just absolutely blew my doors off and risk not being caught at all and then absolutely exploding at the end. But so for me, I wanted to manage my effort, swim as effectively as I could at a low enough intensity, but hard enough that I maintained a decent pace. And onto the bike, I did a similar thing. I remember, just knowing that I was going to be caught, but then anticipating the speed Vincent Louis was coming at was not something I was expecting. So it was different for me because I'd never been in that position where I really had to think about managing my effort at different times. But then for that first K of the run, I really went hell for leather and just went for it to establish that gap. And that second lap was really, really tough. About halfway through that lap, I kind of realised that we were in a really strong position. And it was a pretty amazing feeling kind of coming round and enjoying those last few 100 metres.
Do you remember Jess sort of turning to me when Alex was going in to do that last lap on the run, and she did use a swear word, but she was like, effing hell, we've won, G, we've won. I was like, well, we haven't yet, but we probably are going to.
We were loving it, weren't we, G? Like, him going on to the last lap, we were like, just enjoy it. Really lame.
Yeah, you did. You were like, don't worry, just take it all in now, Alex. Yeah. We've won this.
Because I thought he needs to kind of just remember that and take it all in, like that last lap. Not that he's gonna, he's obviously not gonna be like cheering to none of the fans that were there, but like I just wanted him to try and remember it and relax a bit and enjoy it. He probably didn't.
They were the three best athletes that we could have physically put in those legs on that day. They were incredible, and there was a real team camaraderie about our team that day, and it all clicked, and it was amazing.
Well, there's like two athletes areas. We were in our own little section, and we had quite a nice view of the big screen, didn't we? And just all in there with some of the staff watching, loving it.
Yeah, I think when it came down to the last two laps of the run, that's when we moved down to actually on the race course side, so we could be right close to Alex and sort of cheer for him from there so he could see us.
There's a strange situation there. We've all got masks on. It's the new normal, isn't it? Alex is running down the finishing straight. My reaction is, what do? Do we go and hug him? We don't want to cross the finish line before he crosses the finish line, get us all disqualified, then it's all a waste of time. So there's this weird moment then of what do we do? So we let him cross the finish line, jumped on him. I don't think he was too pleased with that because he was pretty tired.
Just said to Yee, didn't we? Well done, Yee.
Yeah.
He couldn't care less at that time because
he could. Yeah, there was no words from him. He was so. I think he was so emotional. He looked like he was almost crying, but he was so knackered. Like, he didn't really say anything at all until, like, God, dramatic, Alex, get up, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's a good suffering, though, at that point, I think. Yeah, I'd given absolutely everything, but it was for the greatest reward of all, so I think that's a little price to pay for that amazing feeling, I guess, in the grand scheme of things.
That was an absolute amazing feeling for me to finally get that Olympic gold medal. But for me, one of the actual kind of major moments was I saw my split times. It gave me a kind of ruffled up bit of paper that probably been scrunched up, and I'd had the fastest split overall and the fastest run. And at that point, that actually meant in some ways more to me than that gold medal, because I'd kind of doubted myself a lot over the last few years, and then my whole kind of experience changed. And I kind of said to myself, wow, Paris is only 3 years ago, maybe you can still do it. So literally in the space of half an hour, I'd gone from it being my last Olympic race to looking at this scrunched up bit of paper, thinking, wow, I can do that again.
You do kind of want to just move on and actually celebrate as not just the four of us in the immediate team, but it's more about being with the bigger team around us and being with the staff in British Triathlon. You want to be able to see them and celebrate and congratulate them as well. And it was so nice when we were on the podium and we could see all the staff in the grandstand, and they were just so proud, and they were all having a big picture together with us in the background. And that for me is something that I'll never forget, because they were just so proud, and it was obviously such a big moment for them that were there, and also for British Triathlon in general. So I'll always remember that.
There's a team and then there's the team, if that makes sense. I think we're the ones that are lucky enough to do the really fun bit and the exciting bit, but there's a whole support staff that were there. For us, we perform at kind of the highest level in the Olympic sport, but they perform at the highest level in their profession as well.
One thing I remember is we went to go put our tracksuits on, didn't we? I didn't have any knickers. I didn't have a bra. And so I went on the podium. You'd brought extra knickers, so I was wearing yours. You had everything sorted because you'd obviously been through it the day before. So you had makeup, you had pegs to make your suit smaller, and they were like me with like a massive big tracksuit on, my hair everywhere, completely flustered and unprepared, and you were like, I don't know, just a regular. No, it's just another podium.
Yeah, because you wouldn't pack anything, because she was like, no, I don't want to preempt anything, I'd rather not, I don't even want to take my tracksuit, I think that's just bad luck, we shouldn't be doing that.
I remember telling myself, you got to sing the national anthem, and almost feeling like a little bit scared to do it until the others did as well, and that was a really nice feeling, just to, although I've got an awful voice, it was nice to just be proud and achieve something amazing.
I'm more than happy to say I've kind of lied, misled myself, lied to myself more than anything, to be honest with you. I genuinely always thought that Tokyo would be it, and I really, really mean that. But the result in the mixed team relay changed that massively. And I also learned that that's the racing that I really enjoy. And with some of the changes I've made over the last few years with nutrition, different ways of training, they didn't have quite the time to show in Tokyo. Can I forget things right, then I can really show them in Paris.
Great to have all four back together again, telling their story, especially Jonny joining from his training camp in Lanzarote. So Great Britain claimed another famous triathlon gold medal, the first ever in the mixed relay. We were excited about it before Tokyo, but it's now become an event that has captured the imagination of the public, a unique opportunity for women and men to race together across the same distances. So, for the first time in its 6th year, the Leeds World Triathlon Championship Series at Roundhay Park will see a mixed team relay competition as well as the famous individual races.
Leeds is always one of the best on the circuit, and the crowds get behind it. And to be fair, like, even when it was COVID and it was like one of the first races afterwards and there was only a certain amount of people there, even that was deafening. So I can't wait to have it at Roundhay, which is a really nice little circuit. And it obviously it's shorter, so like I said to my sister, my nephew will come, because instead of having to endure 2 hours, it's just a cheeky hour. And then also you've got the added bonus of the mixed team relay, so it's perfect for kids as well to come and watch. And I think it'll be a great event. And obviously it'll be hot, because it literally has been quite warm nearly most of the World Series in Leeds, because
it's guaranteed great weather in Leeds.
I'm looking forward to racing in Birmingham and Leeds. I think it could be a great course in Leeds in Roundhay Park. up and down the hills. It'd be perfect for a mixed team relay. So hopefully lots of people come watch. It is great to watch live because there's so much going on. There'll be short loops on the bike, short loops on the swim and the run. So there'll be people going past you all the time. It's not like the Tour de France where you stand on the side of the road and they whiz past you once. There's a lot going on. So hopefully lots of people come watch and come and support it.
Leeds this year was amazing. It was the first time we could have any sort of crowd for almost 2 years. And for it to be people who are friends and family and people I'd gone to university with and stuff like that, I think was incredibly special. And for me, I'll for sure be back there, and I'd love to be part of that relay team if there's the opportunity. It's going to be really exciting.
For the mixed team relay, a change of order. We'll now go male, female, male, female. So you won't have the chance to be on the last leg if you're back in the team next time around. But just your general thoughts on that little alteration?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm happy or sad about the fact I'm not last leg anymore. But yeah, I guess the success of last year, I think it's really opened our eyes to what's achievable. And I think I'd like to think we're led by amazing women in British Triathlon. So for us to have a woman on last leg, I think is only a good thing for us. And Jonny and I and the future athletes will obviously try and do our part. Yeah, hopefully it's just going to bring more excitement and more unpredictability to the racing.
It is a great idea to mix it up a little bit and be able to finish with a girl this time round at the Games, because Alex obviously brought it up home for us in Tokyo and he got quite a lot of attention for that. So I think it'll be nice to then draw the attention onto the women and just see how that works. And I think it will be really, really interesting. And I don't think it'll change much for us because we are quite strong across the board. But it might put other countries in the race for longer. Like the Norwegians, they have really strong guys but not strong women. So if they can now be in the race from the start, they're a massive threat.
I'm proud to be part of a sport in triathlon. Male and female distances are the same, race opportunities are the same, prize money is the same, and mixed team relay kind of shows all of that. There we compete on the same courses as a team and race together, so it's absolutely brilliant.
Paris must be in your thoughts, retaining the title and trying to get there individually again as well and back on that podium. What's your thoughts ahead of that qualification process for the next Games? Yeah,
it's amazing how quickly it comes round. This time, obviously, with a year less, it's come round even quicker. And the Olympic kind of campaign does start already. We've heard that the winning team of the mixed team relay event in Montreal will get automatic Olympic spot. And ideally, you want that Olympic spot sewn up very early on, and it means you can focus on getting ready for that Olympics then, rather than going around the world and qualifying.
I mean, the qualification process, it's in the back of your mind. You know that you have to achieve certain things to be able to stand a chance in qualifying, but it's not something that you constantly think about because you just race no matter what. You're racing anyway, so you're just there to do the job. You're not constantly thinking about, oh my God, I need to get this position to have this many points and then I'll be ranked this position in the qualification. So I mean, you do think about it, and obviously I would like to stand a chance in going to Paris, but it just depends how my body will hold out for the next 2 years, but hopefully I'll get there. We'll see. There's just so much competition.
You're talking like you're a retirement age.
I am. I feel like it when I get out of bed in the morning.
You're only a bairn. You'll be fine.
Well, there's just so many of us now and so many young girls coming through. I don't know. I'm on edge all the time. But yeah, I just got to look after myself and stay focused. And yeah, I think I'll aim for Paris and then see what happens after that.
And Jess, you just taking Paris in your sights, or year by year? What's the approach for you?
Well, even before Tokyo, I didn't even think I was going to the Olympics until literally just before, as in before we got selected. So year by year, even if, my age was, if I were G's age, that's the way my mind works, sadly. It's very
she lives in the moment.
Yeah, very much. Oh, I'm a wild one.
For us, I think it's going to be really important to set off on the right foot this year and maximise our potential and make sure we have those 3 men and 3 women, and then also qualify our mixed relay team nice and early as well.
Alongside the elite athletes in Leeds on June 11th and 12th, there will also be a mass participation swim, bike and run events for anyone of all levels and experiences. There's also a relay option, not officially a mixed relay, but you can team up with 2 people to complete the triathlon together by taking a discipline each. Entries for the World Triathlon Championship Series Leeds are now open. Check out leeds.triathlon.org for more details. That's it for this podcast. Thanks again to the Fab Four of Jess, Jonny, Georgia and Alex. The mixed team relay was one of the highlights of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, and we can't wait for more this summer.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.